known as the Community Development Block Grant, for those of you not in city politics, Housing Rehabilitation Program update. Robert Hamilton.
Damage severe that was done to the structure of the church. We have written everybody in the city, including the city manager and everybody. It's in detail. My wife upset, brought in tears by these people over here. That man says, I'm going to fix it, but you're not going to like it. It's not about me liking it. They took the frames out. There's water leaking in. It's butchery. And I apologize for getting upset. 4.5 years I've been over there like a little church mouse. I met with David Dias originally, Alice Luckhart, Chuck Geary, whoever was in the city planning. We had a plan from years ago. This just didn't pop up overnight. And the butchers come to town and destroy our building. They severely damage the property.
This will be given by individual homes. What I will do is start this particular process by describing the actions that are ongoing with the project, with the Hamilton project that you heard from earlier. Unfortunately, it's one of the projects of 11, and it just didn't go to plan. We've removed the contractor from the project. There is damage done to the home.
You're saying you have this under control. You're going to make sure he's happy, right? And the city is going to make sure that you're making sure he's happy.
That is correct.
All right.
There is an oversight process.
If and when we need to revisit this and make sure that this needs to be dealt with further, we will.
And I know there was questions about a ridge vent or something being covered up, and it almost looks like termite damage with windows being installed and screwed to that.
We had an engineer to come out. That process, for a number of different reasons, didn't work itself out.
Who was the engineer?
Board Member Reed?
Just a random engineer. We wanted to make sure they weren't affiliated with the program, the homeowner, or anybody involved. He is not here. He didn't even get a chance to make it out of the car.
Do you have his name or?
We'll let the contractor, if they want to speak, we'll get up and let them
Okay.
and speak the name of the engineer.
I just want to rebuttal to what Mr. Jenkins said. Major disagreement there. And here's why. He made the statement on the record in your room that we're going to reinstall these windows. They can never be reinstalled. The structural frame has to be put back in. That's what this is about. What it's about is somebody didn't read this right. It's in their own documents. Mr. wants us to do is let them get paid, then use the rest of our grant money to hire and get another set of windows put in and get the framework fixed. So the taxpayers got paid twice. And he tells me, well, you can donate them then. No, they knew what they did when they did it, and we objected. And there was another businessman who we had asked to come to give us an estimate. I didn't know the guy. He didn't know me. He saw how we were treated, how he treated my wife, and how belligerent they were, and how they were going to forcefully do it, and there was nothing we could do or the city could do about it. But I had to have that rebuttal because that was not accurate information. And I apologize. I'm upset.
I'm confident that your concerns have got the attention of at least one commissioner, and that some of us will be out there visiting you, I would think,
Well,
to
I
deal
thank
with
you.
this.
And congratulations to the new two, and I apologize for that. Congratulations. Thank you guys very much.
I want to see programs succeed, but I just want to make sure that if there are contractors in here, or if we do anything in the future with any contractors, that we really put them to the fire and let them know that when they're going to do something with the city of Stuart, where money's being passed through and it's happening in our city, our people shouldn't have to go there and deny every time because the work is so bad. So we need to have things. Yes, there are times when maybe our building contractors may, it's not that they're going to pass everything, but they need to make sure that the work is not shoddy. That's their job. They're doing their job, and I think that this was just not a good experience for a lot of people. And I agree when you said to Commissioner Collins that if we're going to work on the issues, let's work on it. And we need to do that and get it resolved and make it successful.
These CDB programs could be very helpful to a community, but the reality is the city is a conduit of this money, okay? So it falls back on the people who are doing the CDB program to monitor it, to go forward with it, where they need to take place and replace contractors. That's on you. It shouldn't come back to the city, and that is what really happened in this case. And it could happen in future, but I think it really needs to be tightened up. If you're going to be a conduit, you get the money, we're passing it through, we're making it available, but then all of the other responsibility is on you and should not come back to the city.
Well, unfortunately, the way your program works is that if we can't resolve it in the field, it does come back to the city. That is just the way the program is set up. And unfortunately, this was one project.
Clearly, we need some answers. You're saying 99.9% are fine, and Commissioner Clark is saying that she's heard from a number of people with concerns and complaints. So I think the commission needs to take a closer look at this and, as you say, tighten it up. And there have been some very good points made.